I want to share a brief thought on our focus in our life, and sometimes it's something hard to learn that we don't even realize. I want to start with a verse from Proverbs chapter 4, verse 26 and 27. Actually, verse 25 talks about where your eyes go and being focused, and there's more. But anyway, focus on these couple verses. Verse 26 says, "Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil." And there's a thought there when you get a purpose that God gave you, the creativity thing that God put you on earth for, or building your business, or but ponder the path of thy foot. In other words, think about where you're headed. Take time to think about what is it that you're doing, or is it just the average thing of, most people get average people in the world, and I know we use that term, but not always bad, but still, people get caught in, hey, I get up, go to work, come home, try to relax, whatever, and, go to bed and get up and do the same thing day after day after day after day. That's not the life God put us on earth for. And I'm not saying at this point necessarily that your job is bad or having it. My point is, that's not the purpose God created us for. Time outside work, serving others, helping others. That's where starting your own business on the side can sit. And I don't like the idea of side hustles. I'll leave that for another thing, another time. That's not the point. What I mean is trading time for money is still part of that thing that kind of keeps us stuck sometimes. And I don't have time in this video to elaborate on that, but what I mean is your purpose could be that side thing. Maybe it is starting a business. Maybe that would fall under the term, we might call it a side hustle, but the purpose is not the money. Because of how we think, sometimes we get stuck in this idea that I'm doing business to make money, or I work a job to make money, or money is not the goal. Sure, we need money to live, and we need money to operate in the world. We need money to build missions. We need money to build churches. We need money to serve God. We need money to leave inheritance. We need money to build a legacy. Sure, money is certainly a factor, but the money is not the goal. The money is not what drives us. And so that being said, what is the focus? Sure, I should try to pursue my focus, or my vision, if you will, and my footsteps, in a sense of I should be making money, but money is not the purpose of why and how I serve people. I serve people by, offering something that, hey, they might need this thing for their business. They might need one of our products or services to help their business grow. In other words, I'm serving them. Or an individual has a need, like in one of my businesses is we offer healthcare, we offer ID theft protection, we offer things. That's a service that I can help somebody, take care of a need that they have in their life. And of course, somebody should make money. Somebody had to build the product. Somebody had to organize. Somebody had to put it together. Somebody had to build the software to make it all work. So certainly money has to flow in a transaction. But I'm more concerned about the actual purpose of what is it that drives us. What is it that even ministry, certainly we should volunteer. Maybe it's community-based things, or maybe it's a ministry-based thing that we volunteer our time. And so again, that totally may in a way disconnect us from money. But what is your purpose of going after that thing? What are you doing you're giving a service with nothing in return, and that's commendable, and there certainly is a place for that, and we should all be part of some of those endeavors. But again, it's not about the outcome. Our goal is not, in other words, my service is to help somebody else have a better outcome. My service is to help somebody else excel. My service is to help somebody else fill their need. my service is in other words, my purpose for what God put me here is some type of service and building. I believe part of what God has, my purpose is to help people in business, is part of it. The other part is back to preaching, teaching Bible, helping people in a spiritual sense, but in a positive. My niche, and I know that's not what this video is about, but I believe my purpose is a very specific part of that world, not just, I want to get up and talk and hear myself talk, but there's a very specific kind of direction that I now believe God is leading me to, which is my purpose. And so back to our scripture, ponder. So give some thought to what is that purpose. What is my purpose that God has me here for? Ponder the path of thy feet. And then it says, let all thy ways be established. In other words, some people I'm trying to figure out this part of my life. I'm trying to figure out what to do over here. I'm trying to figure out, we need money to live, whether it's a job or whatever. I mean, we still got to get by in life. So what are we doing over here? Does that conflict with something else? And sometimes James talks about the double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. This here in Proverbs is a formula to have all your ways established. So we're not double-minded in, hey, what about this? What about that? What about this over here? Or pursuing this idea or that idea or things. Sometimes you hear about people building wealth and they get into the place of, so we hear that millionaires have 7 to 11 streams of income. Well, that's fine. But starting out, you can't have all these different streams of income. Build what you build. Build the one, build something substantial in a service that I can do something. People miss this concept even in ministry sometimes. Again, we say ministry is not about the money, and that's fine. But when I'm giving myself to, hey, it's not about I'm trying to serve, I want to help people, I want to be a help, well, that's fine. But is it pastor? Is it missionary? Is it serving in the church? Do you have the gift of just being an encourager? Maybe your purpose and gift is helping in a prison type, preaching in prison or a Bible study or what I mean is we still need to be established within our purpose. It's not about, I serve in church instead of a business. We need to understand what is my purpose, what's my place to have that service so I can be established and then grow it. For some reason, I've seen this last generation or so in even ministry circles, like they don't seem to be concerned with growth. And I'm not talking about counting numbers. I'm talking about I have my purpose and I want to be the best I can be within that purpose. And the same applies, of course, to business. But and then it says the focus after we're established is to now stay with that where you're established. Turn not to the right hand nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil. In other words, stay focused. Once you get that thing established, once you understand where that purpose is, get established and stay in that focus. We're not dragging off to the right. We're not going to the left. We're just get established where that thing is that God has set you in and stay focused. Then it says, remove thy foot from evil. There's a lot of ways we can go. I'm not going to elaborate on that. I don't think that in this context, I don't think that's as simple as just saying, don't sin or whatever. I believe there's more to it than that. Part of that evil is being distracted from your purpose. Just because you're doing something good doesn't mean you're doing something great. Just because you're doing something great doesn't mean you're doing something excellent. Don't sacrifice excellence for the sake of good. And I believe there's a concept there with that idea from evil, but maybe we'll hit on that another time. But ponder where you're at in your purpose and get focused and get established in your purpose and go do something great to show the world how big your God is and bring people to Christ. And that principle also applies that building your business might be why God has you here. And as you build and grow and serve your purpose, now you have money and now you have resources, now you have networking contacts, and now you have, and man, imagine the great things we can do for God with being established within the purpose God gave us. And with that, go have a wonderful day And we'll see you in the next video.